guys, it's Stubbs here. Welcome back to another video. This is going to be another one of my Forza Horizon 2 drift build videos. So, in this video, I'm going to do up the Subaru BRZ or BRZ, whichever way you guys want to pronounce that. But basically, I already have a Toyota GT86, but I haven't gotten one of these Subaru BRZs. But you guys probably already know that this and the GT86 are pretty much the exact same car. Except for a few sort of visual features at the front, you know, with the grille and stuff like that. But basically, they're pretty much the same car. However, with the GT86 that I have, I ended up slapping a V8 in it, and I made it super powerful, and I did all sorts of different type of crazy stuff to it. So with this one, I sort of wanted to take a little bit of a step back and literally just make this a little bit more civilized, right? So that's my main goal for this, is to make a little bit more of a civilized drift car. So I got it in blue. All I've done to it is I basically just put the registration on the back, which is basically just my logo, and that's pretty much it. Now, I don't want to do any engine swaps. I sort of want to keep the standard engine that's already in this. You know, I can like put a 2JZ in it. You know, I could do it, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna keep it with the standard engine that's in it right now. I will turbocharge it though. That's one thing that I will do to this. I will add a turbo to it. But like I said, I'll keep the standard engine and I'll sort of build from that and see what we can do from there. But let's see visually what can we do to this thing to make it look a little bit more like a drift car. Because basically the way it looks standard, it's kind of okay, but it doesn't look amazing, to be completely honest. And I really like this. And that's probably what I'm gonna end up going for, or maybe even this. Nah, I don't like the little front lip. So yeah, I'm gonna go with something like this. Yeah, that looks great. Has little fog lamps as well. It just looks good. The back with the wing. I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of the wings on this thing. I sort of like the standard one that's already on it, which is probably what I'm gonna keep. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that on because I like the way it looks. The back. Let's see here. Oh, that looks perfect. That is literally perfection right there. Oh. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe this is a little bit better. I like the way the exhausts are a lot bigger than the standard ones as well with this kit. I definitely prefer this to this. It just makes it look a little bit bulkier, and plus I don't like those little wings on the side. So that's oops, shit, wrong one. So let's go with that. Now side skirts, something that sort of matches up. I don't want to have anything too stupid looking, so I think actually I don't even know if I want to put any side skirts on this thing. Doesn't matter. I guess these ones look kind of okay. Let me go move around the car if it'll let me. I can't look around the car. Yeah, they look okay. And the hood, yes, let's do this. I'll slap a carbon hood on this as well so we can make it look a little bit more like a drift car. Now, let's see here. Let's put some sports tires on this thing, so we can have at least a little bit of grip. I know the tires on this are like 215s. Yes, they are. Let's put some 225s at the front, and I think 225s at the back, or 235s even. I think that's just perfect. We don't need wider tires for a drift car. Now for wheels, what can we put on this thing? I feel like something with a bit of dish would suit this very well. Or maybe a little bit of offset. I'll sort of enjoy something like that. So these are Oz's Superleggeres. They don't really suit this too much though. So either something that has at least a bit of dish or a bit of offset. That's what I'm looking for right now. So these are basically wheels that have offset. Basically the front is, you know, further in than the actual sidewall of the wheel. So yeah, I might go with these actually. I don't know, to be completely honest. Like for a drift car, I know, like we have to think, like what can we make this look like, you know, for a drift car, because most of these wheels sort of suit this thing, but what looks the best, you know, for a drift car? I think we might go for the rotors. What do you guys think? I love these wheels. I don't know if they suit this though. I don't think so. Ooh, actually these don't look too bad. Yeah, these don't look half bad. There's another set of them that look something like this. Yeah, they don't look too bad, to be completely honest. I might go with something similar to, or maybe these. Yeah, we're going with these, especially since it's the blue and gold setup. So it's basically just a Subaru setup, just the way it looks. I might keep that. I might keep them gold as well. Let's raise them to 18 inches as well, just so we can have these look a little bit nicer. Yeah, I think it looks good. I don't know about you guys, but I think it looks pretty good. Now let's pretty much just upgrade everything in this thing that we can, and we'll see how much power we can get out of this thing. I don't even know if we can get like 500 horsepower. If we can, I mean, like 500 horsepower would be ideal for this as a drift car, so I might just stop there once we get there, if we do end up getting there. But I don't see why we shouldn't be able to. I mean, we slapped a single turbo on it. I think that'll give us a good amount of power. Oh, it's lowered as well. Yeah, this looks great. I think this looks great. This would be good as a drift car. I mean, it already is a very, very good, you know, drift car from factory. You know, it just doesn't have a lot of horsepower, but I mean, it's very easy to just slide it around. It's actually one of the most fun cars that you can buy nowadays, which is really, really cool. But yeah, I think if it had a turbo on it, like if the engine was turbocharged, I think that'd be just absolutely like the perfect sports car for nowadays. But I guess it's not really that difficult to just do it yourself, but a lot of people aren't gonna do it to their own car, so yeah, it looks like we're gonna end up getting to 500. So I guess we'll upgrade everything except for the turbo, because I'm pretty sure the turbo is gonna add like another like 100 horsepower. So I'm not down to get an extra 100 horsepower. We'll see actually now how much. We'll end up just passing 500 horsepower, so turbo will add, yeah, basically just under another 100 horsepower, so we'll pretty much upgrade everything else but the turbo. So we should have 528. That's good. That's very good. Like I said, I want this to be a little bit more civilized. I don't want this to have like 800-900 horsepower like I did. Like my other one has, which is basically just the GT86 version of this with the V8 on it. But yeah, I think we're pretty much done here. Let's go to design and paints and paint our hood. So paint the hood, carbon fiber. There we go. And what's the wing look like if it's painted? I actually like that. Yeah, I actually like that carbon fiber, so let's do that. And the wheels, I like the way they are. So I think we're done. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I'm going to do to this. Hopefully you guys like it as well, because I think it looks great. Alright, so now let's mess around with the setup. Let's see what we can do to this thing. Yeah, I think we're pretty much done in the garage right now, so all I have to do is just take this out and start tuning it and drifting it. So let's give it basically just a standard tune, as I do it with most of my cars. A little bit stiffer than usual. Like I said, I'm trying to get used to driving cars a little bit stiffer and just basically use the handbrake instead of using the weight of the car to throw myself around. I'm basically using the handbrake a little bit more. So that's why I usually go with a stiffer ride now. Before I used to go with something a little bit softer, because then basically the body roll of the car will just basically get the back sliding out for me. And it was very, very easy to start drifting like that. And I do recommend it for anybody that's interested in you know, starting to learn how to drift in pretty much any sort of video game. You know, just go with some loose suspension. We're not incredibly loose, but something that you can sort of throw the car around, and you can sort of see the body roll on your cars. So basically do stuff like that. And it's very good to learn how to drift in pretty much any video game. So I think this looks great. Yeah, this looks brilliant. Right. So it's raining. Of course it is. Let's go down to the docks here, and let's check this thing out. Let's see what it drives like. Let's see what it handles like, and all sorts of stuff. I mean, it's raining now, so I guess I sort of wanted to test this out without the rain, because rain usually just messes you up a bunch. You know, with the tuning, especially when you're just tuning your car for the very first time. Tuning it in the dry is a lot more. It's just a lot better than tuning your car in the rain. But Alright, so I basically just wanted to wait until the road dried up a little bit, so then we can actually tune this thing properly. Now, the thing that I've done to this, pretty much the only thing that I've done to this right now, is I went into cars and I tuned my car. Basically, all I've done is I've brought the gear ratios down to 3.6. So basically, I just moved this down to 3.6, and it was all right in the rain, and then I was like, you know what, let's just wait until it goes into sort of, you know, just dry mode, so we can sort of tune this thing properly. So basically, if you want to tune this thing properly, especially the gears, make sure that you can actually still launch your car in second gear and get some wheel spin. So if you can do this, that's good for second gear. Now in third gear, you should still be able to do the same, but of course you're going to get a little bit less wheel spin, and that's basically what you want from your third gear, right? So there's still a lot of wheel spin in third gear, so I think we're going to need to bring this a little bit down to the left and make the gear ratios just a little bit longer. So let's go to about 3.55 and then see how third gear reacts now. There we go, that's pretty much perfect. So now the only reason why I'm doing this, obviously you're not going to end up launching your car in third gear because that's not really the whole point of this, but basically that's how I found, you know, that's how I just figured out a way to tune my gearbox, just so basically when you're going around and you're drifting, you should pretty much have a really good balance of first, second, third, and fourth gear. Especially when you're drifting around on this, you know, at the docks. You know, you should be absolutely perfect with first to fourth gear. I mean, you still get a little bit of power in fourth gear, so you can do like these really long drifts, as you can see. So you're not gonna need like fifth gear or anything like that. Now, one thing that I do want to change to this thing is I want to mess around with the camber and the toe, because right now it feels like it's pulling. It just wants to continue going. Let's just do something like this. There we go. So basically, the counter steering just basically isn't doing what I want it to do that much. So that's why I've done that little setup there. So let's see. Oh, there we go. This is much better now. I can whip it as well, so that's really good. Yep, there we go. This is a lot better of a setup right now. I don't like having loads of camber at the back wheels either, because I like the way, you know, you sort of get the car to get pushed forward instead of your back wheel just spinning constantly, and then you just, you know, sliding around like you're on ice. That's basically what my Gran Turismo setups used to be like back when I first started drifting. But then I've changed them ever since, and now I basically just do very similar setups to sort of more real life setups in. Oh wow, I can actually change the speed of this so quickly. And the angle. Okay, this is a lot better of a setup than the basic setup that we had before in it. So basically what I do is I just basically added just a literally like a standard setup that I have on pretty much every car, and then I work off that. So that's pretty much how my drift builds work. I like this thing. It drives very well. Yep, it definitely drives very well. Very easy to freestyle as well in it, which is something that I really love because I do this like all the time. I can get very close to objects as well, which is excellent. I love the way the change in speed, because I have these sports tires on it now, and since I've learned to drift with these instead of just the standard or the street tires, it's a lot easier to control the car's speed. So like, you know, I sort of want to slow down to get in here and go through this other door. It's very easy to do that, right? It's very easy to control the speed of the car when you have damn it, when you have sports tires, when you have a little bit like slightly stickier tires, it's very easy to control the speed of the car and the angle and stuff like that. So I do recommend you learn how to drift it with stickier tires than just the standard tires or the street tires that you usually get on your car. So something like sports tires would be perfect for drift cars that are sort of around this amount of horsepower. I guess if you have like only like 300 or something horsepower, I guess street tires would be perfect. You know, because sports tires would be then a little bit too sticky for you to be able to slide it properly. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I think the video's gone on for way too long. But yeah, I'll try basically just cut out me waiting for daytime and me waiting for the rain to go away. But anyway, like I said, thank you guys for watching today's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys later.